Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate. This is Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper. Today is June 16th. It's technically the 16th, okay? It's late at night. I lived through the 15th and I haven't been to sleep yet. The 15th was Father's Day. I got up today and I made barbecue burgers for my husband for Father's Day, and I only needed to ask for his help one time, even though I've never used the grill before, so that was pretty good, I think. First I grilled them and then I put them on the smoker, so they were grilled and smoked, and they were delicious. And then my dad came over and had a burger, and then he and I went to go see The Life of Chuck, which was an excellent movie. And I don't think I've been to see a movie in the theater since I went to see Wicked with Katie when Katie was here in February. So it's been a while. But yeah, it was a really, really good movie. I definitely would like to see it again. I enjoyed it a lot. So if you ever get the chance to see it, I highly recommend it. I just finished editing my last vlog and posting that for tomorrow. It was 45 minutes long and it covered like a whole month. So I don't know how long this vlog is going to be or when it's going to go up, but I appreciate you all being patient with me as I'm slow. It is 2 in the morning. I have to work tomorrow. I didn't get much time to chill and diamond paint today because it was Father's Day and I was doing lots of chores and the cooking and stuff. So I'm gonna diamond paint now for a little bit, but I gotta go to bed before too long because I have work tomorrow. And it's my first full week of work for like the past 3 weeks because there was Memorial Day, and then I was off for part of the next week for the trip to Montana, and then I was off last Monday because we were coming back from that trip. So 3 weeks of not having a full work week. So now this week is my first time being back into that full time, and one of my right hand helpers at work is off this week. So it's gonna be a struggle to keep up. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to try to put that out of my mind tonight so that I can just dive and paint and relax. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to listen to more of my audiobook while I dive and paint. I've been listening to Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. I'm liking it a lot. So the last book I read of hers was Assassin's Apprentice, and it's part of the Farseer trilogy, and she has another trilogy. I think she has more than one, but this trilogy that I'm reading is part of the Live Ship Traders trilogy, and it's a separate one. I think it's in the same world as the Farseer trilogy, but they're not connected. I think in some ways they're connected, but you can read them separately from each other. So even though I've only read the first book of the Farseer trilogy, it's okay for me to read the first book of, the Live Ship Traders. I looked it up to check, and that was the case. It is halfway through the month of June, and I have about 7 or 8 books that are going to leave my Audible library on July 1st. So I'm going to try to get through them all if I can before then. But this one is pretty long, and so are some of the other ones. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to get some more done on it tonight and just keep chipping away at it as I have time. Here's the status of Big Sis. I just finished this section right here. We have just a little bit to go. 2 more sections on that row, and then a row and a little bit left. So getting very close, but it's bedtime. It's Thursday night. I was able to do a little bit of coloring tonight, actually. I got a section done on Friends of the Rainbow, and then a section done on the Way of Kings. And then I was done diamond painting, but I still wanted to be up for a bit. And so I did some work on my Disney coloring book. I decided that I was just going to go ahead and use alcohol markers because I wasn't happy with the color options I have with water-based markers. So, and I have a lot more alcohol markers, and they do a nicer job of coloring. So I decided to just use them. So what I did was I went to the back of the book where the solutions are, and I found a page that I liked where I didn't care too much about the image on the other side because alcohol markers will bleed through the page. So that's what I did. I'll show you guys a little bit of what I got done. It takes longer to do that than I always think it's going to, but I got quite a bit done tonight while listening to my new book. I finished reading Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb, and I liked it a lot. I think I liked it better than Assassin's Apprentice, the other book I've read by her, but only because it had less of my personal triggers. It still had some stuff in it that was hard to read, but and some characters that just annoyed the crap out of me. But at least it had some characters in it that I did enjoy, and it didn't have the animal cruelty aspect that really bothers me about the Assassin's Apprentice. So yeah, I liked it a lot. It's done. I spun my wheel again to figure out what my next book would be of the ones that are gonna leave my library at the beginning of next month, and it landed on one called Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I don't remember her last name. It's more of a like sports romance, which I've never read a sports romance before, but I've heard people talking about this one and it was free for the time being, so I added it to my list, and I'm on chapter 10, and so far it's okay. Sometimes I like romances like this, but I think it might get rough in some parts, so we'll see how it goes. It's not my usual thing, so we'll see. But anyway, it is definitely time for bed now. I was glad to be able to do some stuff tonight that was relaxing after I got done with work, and tomorrow's Friday, so looking forward to the weekend after tomorrow. So my someday son-in-law has graduated from college, and tomorrow is his graduation party, and this is my graduation gift to him. I bought this with my own earned money when I was, I think, 16 from my dad's coworker's son. And it's not the fanciest guitar, but she's been with me a long time, and I never play her anymore. But tell me why I'm getting so emotional about giving her up. Like, I haven't played her in years, but he will get more use out of her for sure. Since he is a musician and Sam has a guitar, and so now they can both play guitar together, and that'll be awesome. And I hope he likes it. He's a musician, but he usually plays cello, but he has been expressing some interest in possibly learning guitar, so that's why I thought I should pass this on to somebody who, it doesn't want to close, there, somebody who could use it more than I do. I don't even have an amp anymore that will work with it, so I haven't played her in a long time, but I gotta love all my stickers I collected that are missing pieces and stuff. It definitely gives it a legitimate look, you know? They're all coming up. But yeah, this is going to a new home tomorrow, and I don't know if I should try to wrap it or put a bow on it or something. I don't know. It's all dusty from being in the garage. Should give it a quick wipe down or something, but I hope he enjoys it. Anyway, I think after giving it some thought, I'm going to DNF Binding 13. It's just not, there's a lot of, I'll start over. So it is a modern kind of romance set in Ireland, and I'm loving the Irish accents of the two narrators. But it is about, I'm only 10 chapters in, but it's about a romance between like a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old kid. And there is domestic violence involved and abuse and just, I don't know. It's a lot of sports. It's got a lot of rugby in it. And I just don't think I'm in the mood for it. And I know that, wow, my office is messy. See, I should be cleaning it. Anyway, I only have a short amount of time to listen to the rest of these books that are free on Audible until the 1st of July. And this one's just like, I'm not feeling like reading it. So I think I'm going to DNF it. It's not for me. Anyway, I know I've heard a lot of people say it's really good and it gets really good later on in the series, but I just don't think I'm going to do it. So I'm going to spin again and see what my next book will be. Although Libby just popped up with the next book in the Lunar Chronicles, Cress, which I am super excited to read, but I feel like I can't read it. I have 14 days on my loan there, but I feel like I can't read it until I've read some more of the books that are going to disappear out of my library on Audible. So I'm going to keep going with those, I guess, even though Cress is what I really want to read. But I feel like I shouldn't waste the opportunity to read these for free while I have it. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I just spun the wheel again and it came up with All Systems Red, which is the first like little novella in the Murderbot series, which Matt and I have been watching the show on Apple TV and loving it. And Casey has read the series and says it's really good. And he's been bugging me to read this one. Just today he was bugging me to read this. So it's funny that that's what the wheel spun. By the way, I don't think I mentioned, but it's Friday night now. So I think this story is only like a less than 4-hour audiobook. So at times 2 speed, it'll be less than 2 hours to read. So probably won't finish it all tonight because it's already, bless you, Goose. It's already 2 a.m. But I'll probably get a good bit of the way in and it'll be nice to knock another one off my list. So yeah, gonna do that and maybe diamond paint a little bit. I spun Big Sis to work on next. I only have 2 sections left in this row and then I only have like a row and a half left because the last row is smaller than all the other ones. So yeah, sounds like a good time for the rest of the evening. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Hey guys, it is Sunday night, the 22nd of June, and I just thought I'd check in with you guys a little bit. I haven't been updating the vlog super often during the week just because there's been a lot of stuff going on at work and I haven't had much time to diamond paint or anything after I get off work. So there hasn't been much to update you on until we get to the weekend. And then this weekend was just really busy. So I haven't had much to film for you until now. But yesterday, the 21st, there was a party, I think I mentioned to you guys, for Sam's boyfriend Adrian for his graduation. And so it was actually at his parents' house and they live here in the same city I'm in. So it was right here, which was nice. So I went to that and I gave him my old guitar, and I think he really liked it. I hope he really liked it and wasn't just being polite. He seemed to be really excited. So I'm going to take him at his word and say that he was excited about it. It was really awesome because he had a lot of friends and family come to that. And then there was me and my dad and Sam, and those were the only people I knew. But some of his friends that came to that had a little 4.5-month-old baby. And it was funny because I had just been talking to my friends about how I wasn't sure I'd ever get to hold a baby again because none of my kids are really looking to have babies. And so I'm not sure that that'll ever, like, I don't know if I'll ever be a grandma. And I don't have any close friends close by who plan to have kids either. So it was really funny that there was a baby there at this party. And I usually, if I see a baby I don't know in a situation where I could ask to hold the baby, I am too shy to actually ask to hold the baby. But I think because I had just had this conversation with my friends talking about how weird it would be to never hold a baby again, I was like, you know what? Everybody's eating and I've already eaten because people were like trickling in, you know? Maybe I should just offer if they wanted to eat without holding their baby. I was like, I could offer to hold their baby. And we had already been chatting a little bit because they were sitting at a table that was close by to where I was sitting. So I was talking to the mom about how old her baby was, and she shared some of her birth story and stuff. And so I was like, you know, if you want to eat hands-free, I could hold her. So the baby's name was Violet, and they let me hold her, and oh my gosh, there's just something so amazing about holding a baby. Like, they're instantly, they relax your body. Like, I don't know, they've got some kind of, they give off an aura of just peace and tranquility. And so as soon as I held this baby, I was like just melting into a puddle of happiness. And we cuddled for like half an hour. She was really fighting sleep by the end there. She didn't want to go to sleep, but her parents took her off for a nap, and it was just so nice, you guys. So, yeah. And then there was a bunch of homemade Mexican food and really good desserts and horchata, which I can't say properly, but his aunt made horchata, and there were 2 flavors, is like regular and strawberry, and that, oh my gosh, it was so delicious. So that was a lovely get together, and I left fairly early on. Like, I was there for, I think, almost 3 hours, but they party well into the night, and I had to get home and do some other stuff. So I left, but then we made plans for today to take my dad out to brunch while Sam and Adrian were still going to be here, because my dad's birthday is in a couple of days, and it was just nice to have Sam and Adrian here so that we could kind of celebrate a little bit early. And so we went to the original Pancake House this morning, and luckily everybody was nice and they were okay meeting at like noon for brunch so that I didn't have to get up super duper early, because I'm a night owl, you know. So we, even Casey came along and we had some really yummy breakfast. And then I was talking to Sam and Adrian about the movie my dad and I had seen last weekend, The Life of Chuck, and I thought Sam especially, and Adrian too, would really like it because it had a lot of Sam's interests, being like dance and mathematics, and just, it makes you think. It's a really, really good movie. And so I suggested if they had time, because I know they were here this weekend to visit, mostly with Adrian's family. But, oops, I almost missed some. I almost missed some. But I said, if you guys have time and you're not doing anything this afternoon, we could go see this movie. And so they called me back later on in the day and said they were available. So we went to see The Life of Chuck today. So I've actually seen that movie twice in 2 weeks. And it's quickly becoming one of my favorite movies ever. It's just a really, really good one. So highly recommend if you get the chance to see that one. It's really good. And then I came home and I finally finished recording my voiceover for my top 5 tag video that I've been working on. Like, it's been sitting in my unfinished video folder for over a month. So I'm glad I finished recording the audio for it, but now I need to actually do the rest of the editing, which I was too tired to do tonight. I just wanted to have, like, I have to work tomorrow and my weekend's been pretty busy. So I wanted to do some diamond painting and relaxing before I have to start up another work week. So yeah, that's almost done. Hopefully we'll be out soon because I'm already super late with that video. But right now I'm working on Big Sis, and I am on the second to last row, and the last row's a lot smaller just because that's how the spacing worked out. So it won't be long, I think, before this one's done. I do keep spinning my wheel, so I haven't been working on this only. But once I get to the point where I'm on the last row, that's when I think I'm going to stop spinning the wheel and just work on this till it's done. So we'll see how long that takes. I don't know if it'll be finished this month or not because I didn't get that much time to diamond paint this weekend. And there's only one more weekend left of this month. So who knows? We'll see. I haven't been diamond painting hardly at all during the weekdays because work is too busy. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to come update you guys a little bit while I work on this, and hopefully you're able to hear me and everything because I didn't bother setting up my mic or anything. So whoops. But yeah, I think this vlog will probably be a 3 to 4 week vlog again, just so that I have enough footage to make a whole video, because when I can only film on the weekends, it takes a lot more time for me to gather enough footage. I probably could have filmed a little bit more footage like at the events I went to this weekend, but it felt like, it was at their house and a lot of people I didn't know, so I didn't want to be doing a bunch of filming to post on YouTube without their permission or anything. So we just had a nice time together and I didn't film it. So that's why I'm updating you guys this way about what went on this weekend. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I will chat with you later. Well, guys, I was trying to show you my finish, but somebody had other ideas. Can I show them my finish? No? Okay, I picked them up so I can show you. Today is Friday. It's Friday night, the 27th of June. And last night I finished Big Sis. So I'm going to show that to you guys if he lets me. Well, you got some of it. I finished up this section here of Friends of the Rainbow. I have one row and 2 sections done so far. And all these iridescent drills are making me so happy. My favorite is this purple one. It's like so, I don't know. It's got a bunch of blues reflecting in it and it's really pretty. But I spun Way of Kings to work on next. So we're gonna put this one away, get that one out. I am listening to a meower. And the audiobook I'm listening to is A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. And it's the second to the last book that is going to disappear from my Audible library on the 1st. So I've made it quite a ways, but really enjoying this one. It's really fun. And hello. I'm gonna probably not finish it tonight because I still have like an hour and 40 minutes left, and it's almost 3, so it might be just a little too long, but we'll see how far I get. Finished another section on Friends of the Rainbow. I'm about to spin to find out what's next, and I'm about to watch K-Pop Demon Hunters that's being hosted on the Crafter's Den by Tiffany. Haven't seen it, but I've heard good things.
Everybody's here. Nicole said she wasn't sure she was gonna make it.
And I spun this to work on again, so we're gonna do this section.
Pop stars, but you will be much more than that. You will be hunters.
You're laying on the cat. It's now very late Sunday, early Monday. I am staying up extra late today because in about an hour, a little less, the signups for the Crafter's Paradise retreat in 2026 is gonna go live, and I think I'm gonna try to apply this year. I know they opened up a few more spots with the new place they found, so I'm hoping my fingers will be fast enough. I would love to go to that, and I had talked to my husband about it, and he thinks we can swing it, so I'm gonna try, but it does mean staying up till 6 a.m. my time. So I'm just diamond painting, and I'll be tired tomorrow. But yeah, good luck if you are also trying to sign up. I wish everybody the best of luck, and fast fingers to us all. I'll let you guys know if I get in. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So, checking in. Oh, I'm up so late. / early. It's gonna be worth it, I hope. I don't usually even stay up this late, so I'm gonna crash so hard after I fill this form out. Hopefully I don't miss anything while I'm filling it out, but it's almost time, so wish me luck. Meow. Oh my goodness. What are you meowing about? Yeah? You can eat. Silly baby. Good girl. Form submitted. I'm gonna crash. Good luck, everybody. You guys! You guys! Oh my god! Hey, it's July 2nd, and tonight we went to Preston's kind of birthday party, but also a fireworks party, and it was really a good time. Raya was there, and it's probably the last time we're going to see her till maybe the holidays. She's going to be starting college in late August, early September, and the rest of her summer is pretty booked. So it was a bit bittersweet because it's going to be a long time till we see her again. And then I came home and did more work, and I was able to finish, after that, I was able to finish Cress, which is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. It's just getting better and better. I love these books. I love this series. I put the next one on hold in my Libby app, and it says it's going to be like 20 weeks that I have to wait for it. So hopefully it gets through the list faster than that. It is available right now at the other library I have a card for. Unfortunately, my digital card expired, and in order to make it usable again, I have to go down to the library and give them my ID and stuff, and I just have not had a chance to do that. So I can't use it at the moment. But I also finished another section of Friends of the Rainbow tonight while I listened to that, and then most of another section because I was waiting for the book to end. But now it's almost 4 a.m. So I'm going to go to bed because I'm really tired. I couldn't sleep last night for anything. It was like past 6 a.m. when I was finally able to fall asleep, and I didn't, I got up at the usual time, so I didn't get much sleep. But I was super excited that I got into the Crafter's Paradise retreat for next year. Really excited to meet everybody, and nervous about the travel and all that kind of stuff. I've traveled by myself a couple of times now, so I'm getting the hang of it, but this one is going to be a bit different because I think it'll involve maybe renting a car or maybe coordinating with somebody else who's going so we could rent a car together, because the closest airports are like an hour or longer away. So that's that would be an expensive Lyft or Uber, so it might be cheaper to go in with somebody on a rental car. We'll see. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. I have a whole year to figure all that out because it's not until next July, but I got that email and I was like internally screaming. So it was so exciting to see who else is getting to go, and disappointing for the ones who aren't. So anyway, just excited to be going to that next year. Yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you guys because I haven't been doing that much, and hopefully I can wrap up this vlog soon and have it for you before too long. But I do need to film my month in review, and I've been trying to figure out if I want to film like my mid-year review and the mid-year freakout tag that I was tagged in by Katie. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I don't know if I want to film a month in review and then a mid-year review or what. So we'll see. But at some point I also got to get this vlog out.
That hog nose?
No.
No?
It's a bull snake, I think.
Bull snake?
Mm-hmm. Bathing suit.
So then I drew the palm tree to make sure you knew you were by the ocean and pointing at the bathing suit. I didn't color the bathing suit, maybe I should have. Baggy swimsuit, so we're close. We're close.
It looks like bugs.
Inflatable carrot costume. There's the carrot person. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a lot of grace because it became a baby carrot. Okay, mine was killer bees. So here's my bee. He's got a knife and he has killed this person. The eyes
I
are
thought he was
X'd out.
dropping it on him, so I didn't know.
There's blood
but I saw
drops.
the X's.
Dude is dead.
Okay.
Killed that guy.
Check it out.
He's gone.
Killer bee.
Killer bee.
All
All right. I guess I didn't do more bees killed. This bee has
From
got
the knife
a
to the
Glock.
gun.
You brought a knife to a gunfight?
Bee shooting a gun. We were literal. It's a bee shooting a gun. Wasp officer.
But yeah, so this is my other whip, and I am trying, actually, believe it or not, to not do too much diamond things. I'm really trying not to.
Hey guys, it is currently Saturday evening, late as usual. I am working on some diamond painting, but I thought I'd check in with you because I kept meaning to and didn't have time. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Anyway, so yesterday was 4th of July, today is the 5th. And my eldest Sam came up to visit for the 4th, which was fun. They actually came without their boyfriend Adrian, which doesn't happen like ever. Which I don't mind. I love Adrian too, but it feels like it's been a really, really, really long time since I just had like some one-on-one time with Sam. And so that was really nice. And then we decided to go ahead and have like a barbecue with just a few family members. So Sam and my dad and some extended family. And it was small, and we just ate some ribs and potato salad and played games until midnight, which is funny because this same group of family are usually the ones that hang out with us like on New Year's, and they don't usually make it till midnight. But on a night when we weren't even trying to like stay up till midnight, they managed to stay up till then, and it was because we were playing a game of Trivial Pursuit. And this Trivial Pursuit game is one that I've had since I was like a teenager. Like, it was my family's game. So all the questions and answers are like really old. So it was something. Like, some were pretty outdated, and a lot of them were really hard to answer these days, but it was interesting, like, to be exposed to that. And my nephew was the one who wanted to play, and he's 21. And we had a great time, but it took us so many hours, almost like, you play a game of Monopoly and you're stuck there for hours. It was like that because we had such a hard time getting the answers right. So it took us forever to like finish the game. And I ended up winning, which I don't know how that happened. But it was really fun, and it was so nice to have everybody here and just kind of be able to enjoy each other's company. I gotta be honest and say I wasn't feeling up to like celebrating our country right now. Like, stuff sucks. A bill just passed in our government that is going to make a lot of people lose health care, and it's for everyone else, it's going to make healthcare more expensive, and that's just part of it. So, and that's just one thing in a list of crap things that has happened this year. So our country just doesn't feel like a place that I want to celebrate right now. And I know I'm not alone in that. So I kind of just ignored that part of it and focused on, we get to have a family day. So that's what we did. And then today, Sam and I had some breakfast. I made egg burritos, and then since I was up early because Sam was here and they get up earlier than I do, so I was up early to spend as much time with them as possible. I was gonna go ahead and finally make a slow cooker dinner that I have had planned for like a few weeks. I've had the ingredients and stuff for quite a while and wanted to make it, but I never get up early enough to get everything in the slow cooker in time that it'll be ready for our regular dinner time, which our dinner time here at the house is like basically my husband's dinner time and my breakfast time. Like, I don't typically eat when I wake up until it's his dinner time around 4 or 5. And that's when I have my first meal. So, anyway, it takes this particular slow cooker meal, you're supposed to cook it on low for like 8 hours. But I never get up early enough for that to be the case. So since I did today, I was like, okay, I'll make my slow cooker meal I've been wanting to make. And so I got all the ingredients out and I went to plug in my crock pot, and the thing sparked, like it arced flames and smoke across my counter. Freaked me out. I was like, what is going on? There were sparks shooting across the counter, and I was like, is something going to catch on fire here? Luckily, it didn't. The prongs of the plug were all blackened and stuff. So yeah, we threw that away. It wasn't the outlet because we've plugged other things into there since and there was none of that. So we just assumed it's the crock pot, and that got tossed. So later on, after Sam left, I went to Walmart to pick up a prescription, and since I was there, I went ahead and bought an Instant Pot, which I've never had one of those before, but I've been kind of curious, you know? And I tried to make that same recipe I was going to make in the slow cooker in the Instant Pot for dinner. And the cooking time went from 8 hours to 20 minutes. So, I mean, this could be the answer to all the problems, because since I never wake up early enough to get slow cooking done, I'll just make stuff in the Instant Pot and it'll be ready like 10 times faster. So I can dig it. But yeah, so Sam was here till about 2, and my dad came over again, and we played a lot of fun games. We played Disney trivia, which I always love. And then we played, I don't know if you guys have heard of Seen It, but it's a board game where you have a DVD that you put in, and it's got some controls. So you have a board and you're like going around the board, and then based on what you roll, you can like be shown clips of certain things on the DVD. Like it'll play, if you're playing regular Seen It, it'll play a movie clip and then ask you a question about the clip. This was TV Seen It. And all these Seen It games are pretty old at this point. So a lot of the shows were from like the 80s or sometimes earlier. But it would play a clip from the show, and then you had to answer a question about it, or you have trivia cards where you answer trivia about pop culture or what have you. So we played that. That was really fun. And then Sam and I sat down to diamond paint for just a little bit. I worked on Friends of the Rainbow, and they have a diamond painting here that they work on whenever they're here. And so they got a little bit of that done. And then it was time for them to go. And part of the good thing that they were here for, I didn't sentence that well. It was good that they were here because we decided to switch our cell phone service provider, because for years now, we've had such terrible service in our house, and it's gotten worse recently. So at any time we're on a call, an actual phone call in our house, the thing we pay our phone company for, basically we would be cutting out. Like the person on the other end can't hear us, even if we can hear them. And so we decided to switch to T-Mobile, and there was a deal going on for new phones and stuff. So anyway, basically I had to give Sam their new phone and also pass along Fletcher's new phone, because Fletcher's on our plan too. So we have like a family plan, so that they could take those back and have them in hand, so we could then get the service transferred without them not having a phone with them. So anyway, tried to do that tonight, but I didn't actually mean to. I was gonna be on a call with my friends like Michaela and Courtney and Katie from Diamonds and Washi. We were gonna have a little chat like we do sometimes, like a FaceTime chat and hang. And what happened instead was I was telling the kids to get ready with their phones because we were gonna do the transfer soon. And we didn't know it, but them initiating the setup on their phones also started the transfer. So their phones were in limbo, and I ended up having to call T-Mobile and get the transfer process started. And that turned into, I kid you not, a 5-hour ordeal. I was on the phone with 5 different associates over I had 3 phones sitting in front of me, like mine and my husband's and my son Casey's. They were all sitting in front of me as I struggled to work with T-Mobile to get all of our phone numbers transferred over from Verizon. And I don't know why it was such a pain, but like my phone was on SOS. None of the other phones were being transferred correctly or their numbers were on hold. And I think still, like, my husband's phone number hasn't, or several of them haven't transferred to the point where if you call his number, it'll ring through to his new phone. It's still like a temporary number because apparently it can take up to 24 hours for Verizon to release our phone numbers so that they can transfer to T-Mobile, but nobody told us that. So basically some of us don't have phones right now and can't get a hold of each other, and it's a huge mess. And like, I just, these things always happen. I don't know why, but it was to the point where I don't know that I talk about it often, but I'm pretty sure I'm autistic. I'm not diagnosed, but my son is diagnosed autistic, and just a lot of the symptoms I have make it very clear to me that I am neurodivergent. Case in point, like just talking to those 5 different people for 5 hours tonight and having to repeat what was going on like over and over, and having to give them the same IMEI numbers and phone numbers and try to keep all the numbers straight. And I had all these phones and it was crazy. I was legitimately trying not to cry for like the whole last hour of that conversation. And it wasn't necessarily from frustration or being upset at the situation, because they were helping me every step of the way and they were really nice about it. So I appreciated that. But it was just overwhelming for my brain, and like I wanted to be done, and I spent 5 hours doing this instead of being able to hang out with my friends like we had planned, or even like relax and diamond paint or do basically anything else I wanted to do on one of my precious weekend nights. You know, it was just a lot for my brain. So I got off the phone. Things are somewhat resolved. We're supposed to call them back if the phone lines don't line up like they're supposed to within the 24-hour time period. So I guess we'll see tomorrow. Mine seems to be working now, finally. Anyway, so I got off the phone and I ate a snack, and then I felt a bit better because I think part of it was like I was getting really hungry. I had eaten like hours ago, and then I had spent many hours on the phone, and so it helped to eat some food. And yeah, so that was what happened today. Trying to remember like something else I was gonna talk about, but I don't know if there was anything else, to be honest. I guess another thing I had planned to do tonight and didn't get to because of all this was I wanted to film like the talking to camera parts of my month in review. And I think this month I'm going to combine it with the mid-year freakout tag, because I was tagged in that by a couple people. So I was going to film that tonight, and I couldn't because of all this. And then like I could be doing it right now, but it's 3 a.m. and I'm frazzled and I just needed to diamond paint and not do anything strenuous. So I guess I'll try to have that up Monday, because my plan is to have that up this weekend. So next weekend I could post this vlog. We'll see if that happens. I hope it does. It'd be nice to start posting every week again, because it's been a while since I've been able to do that. But so yeah, I was sad I couldn't get that filmed like I wanted to. I'm going to try and film it tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I hope you had a safe 4th of July if you celebrate, if you're in America. And if you're not, I hope you had a good weekend anyway. I am just about finished with this section of Friends of the Rainbow, and then I have one more left, and that'll be the 3rd row done, which is nice. It's that and the Way of Kings are the only whips right now that I'm actively working on, and it's kind of like I'm kind of itching to kit up something else too, but I also would like to just get these done too. So I still haven't decided. As of right now, I'm just keeping it to these ones, and we'll see how that goes and if I change my mind. But yeah, this clip is like almost 20 minutes long, so I'm gonna let you guys go, but I just wanted to update you on what's been going on around here. So yeah, I'm a hot mess. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. All right, section finished. And that's how it's looking so far. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this full iridescent rainbow. It's so fun, so pretty. And then our characters down here are just perfect. Yeah, so just this one section left in this row, and then we'll be on row 4. It's Monday morning. It's about 3 hours before I would usually wake up. And my neighbor thinks it's a good time to be hammering and sawing and smashing something right on the other side of my wall, basically. I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but it's really loud. And I'm exhausted. And it's pretty impossible to sleep with that going on. So, that's great. I don't know what to do in a situation like this because at 9 a.m. he has the right to be doing that, I guess, noise-wise. But, like, it just sucks as someone who is on a different schedule than most people. Not anyone's fault. I just wish it wasn't happening. Fun times. Finished up July's mini dazzle, and it turned out so cute. It was so much fun. I love the colors and just the scene in this one. It's so pretty. Hey guys, I am a mess, and there's a reason for that, but it is Saturday, the 12th. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, and I worked the whole day and night, but I did stop long enough to go grab him some pizza for his birthday, and I gave him the only one of his gifts that I actually have in hand so far. I was a little late, but that was a beautiful drawing that Courtney made for us. Courtney, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, drew and colored a beautiful portrait of Matt's stained glass project that he made for our front window, and you can see Maxie peeking through it, and it's so cute. So I framed that and gave it to him for his birthday, and he loved it, and so we're figuring out where we're gonna put it. And then today, you guys, I was woken up at 9:30 a.m. by our neighbor pounding and sawing again in his shed on basically the other side of our bedroom wall. I think I showed a clip earlier of that happening earlier in the week. And then the next day after that clip, it happened again, except it was 7:30 a.m., you guys. Like the first day it was like 10. I was like, okay, I can't expect someone to just not make noise all day long, even though I'm on a different schedule than most people, right? So that was fine. I went upstairs and I slept in our guest bedroom while that was going on the first day. But this second day at 7:30 a.m., I like raged through on some clothes and stormed outside and calmed myself down and was like, "Hi, neighbor." And he like looked up and he was like, "Oh, hi." I'm like, "Hi, our bedroom is right there." And he was like, "Oh, are you still sleeping?" I'm like, "Dude, it's 7:30 in the morning. Most of the world is still sleeping at 7:30 in the morning." I was like, "Yeah, I work nights, so I'm typically sleeping till around noon." And he was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm almost done. It'll only be a few minutes, and then I'll stop." But then today, like, he woke me up at 9:30 with his pounding again on a Saturday, and I was so frustrated, you guys. I'm like, I just want to sleep. By that point, I had only been sleeping for like 4 hours. And then as soon as he woke me up, my stomach started hurting. Sometimes this happens where, and I think it might be a side effect of the medication I'm on, or it could just be a side effect of IBS because I have IBS. But it cramps up every few seconds and gets really painful, and it's almost like contractions, like when I was in labor. It like gets really tight and painful and it hurts a lot, and then it goes away for a few minutes and then it comes back, and it's like it's not solid, and I almost was able to like fall asleep in between some of those, but basically it was just really fitful, not to mention he was still hammering. And I turned on my phone's like white noise super loud, but it wasn't enough to drown it out. And like, all of that would have been okay, except I had to get up a little bit early to drive Casey to a birthday party sleepover that he went to today for his friend Evie's birthday. And Evie lives up in Vancouver, which is over an hour away from us. So I had to drive an hour and a half with my stomach being crazy and on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That was rough. And then we hit traffic and we were late, and it was a day. And then I got home like 3 hours later and tried to take a nap because the pounding had stopped. I kid you not, as soon as I laid down and fell asleep, he went back out and started sawing and hammering again, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So I didn't really get much of a nap either. So I'm really tired, and I look it because it's just been a day. But that's what's been going on with my weekend so far. I did just finish, I'll show you. I finished this section here of Friends of the Rainbow, and so I'm officially over halfway done with this one. And it's so cute and so fun, and I spun this one again on my wheel, so we'll be moving up to do this section here. But I really wanted to show you, because I like it when I finish a row. It just looks really, I don't know, you can see the progress I've made, you know what I mean? So that's that current status. And other than that, I'm going to try to get a better night's sleep tonight, fingers crossed. I am considering just going up to sleep in the guest room, but like knowing my luck, then he won't be hammering tomorrow and I'll have slept in a less comfy bed for no reason. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it sure would be nice to not be woken up, you know, halfway through my sleep cycle. Anyway, so tomorrow I was gonna probably edit this vlog and hopefully have it out for you guys on Monday, because I should have plenty of footage now. It's probably, I'm guessing, gonna be kind of long because I know I had a couple of good blocks of chatting with you guys in the middle there. I actually bought a like a, what do you call it, like a phone holder for my car, and I was thinking about chatting with you guys on my way back home from dropping Casey off at his friend's party, but I needed my directions at first to get me back to the freeway, and then I didn't want to like fiddle with getting that all set up on the way back. And I was also listening to the last bit of the audiobook for Brandon Sanderson's new release that just came out 2 days ago on Audible, and that's Isles of the Emberdark, and I was almost done with it, so I just wanted to listen to that too. I'm also not sure like how well you'd be able to hear me in the car if I was on the freeway. I gotta do a test though, so I can know whether that's something I can do in the future. So I'll do that at some point, because that's why I got the holder anyway. But yeah, I finished Isles of the Emberdark, and it was my 50th book finish for this year, which is perfect because I love like finishing those round numbers with special books, and this was a special book. This was Brandon Sanderson's Secret Project number 5. He released 4 in I think 2023, and that was the year of Sanderson, and so we had one each quarter, and then this was like Secret Project number 5 that happened later, and it's so good. I can't talk too much about it because like it's meant to be read after a lot of his other books in the Cosmere, but it had a dragon as one of the main characters, which was awesome, and there were a lot of like animal companions going on, and just a lot of lore drops for the world, which were amazing. So I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was like a 16-hour book, and it took me 3 sessions of listening to finish it because I just could not put it down. It was so much fun. So that was fun. I think before that, what did I finish before that? Oh, it was a book called Amorph, inspired by the short stories of N.K. Jemisin. And it was a really short, like Audible original, and not my favorite. I think I gave it 2 or 3 stars. It was on the low end if I gave it 3 stars, but not the greatest book. I just needed a stopgap in between the last thing I read and Isles of the Emberdark, which I knew was coming out soon, so I needed something short. And I had that in my library from, I don't know, a sale maybe, or it might have been free, I don't remember. So anyway, that wasn't great, but Isles of the Emberdark was wonderful. And now my Libby hold has come through for Anne of Green Gables, which I've never read, but it sounded interesting. I've watched some of the show, I think, at one point when I was younger, so I'm interested to read the book and see what it's all about. It's a different genre, different style than I usually read, but maybe that'll be, you know, a nice refreshing change. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and say goodbye now, and then that way I can hopefully get this edited tomorrow and up for you guys the next day, and I will start a new vlog tomorrow, and we'll see how many weeks it takes me to get enough footage to have a new one out for you guys. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you all, and I will DAC you in the next video. Bye everybody.